smiled on all of us. And woke us up this morning and gave us a reasonable portion of health and strength. We might not be doing our best or our greatest, but thank God we're doing as well as we are. It's a blessing to be able to be in the house of the Lord one more time. We're going to begin by singing page 17 in the additional hymn book. And after which we're going to ask Brother Wade, we offer a word of prayer. And but before we begin, we'd like to welcome each and every one here this morning. And even in the climate weather, God still bless us with the opportunity to be able to come out and worship Him one more time. We're going to ask that we're having a prayer request this morning. Remember, yeah, Sister Pat Harris as well, family. Anyone else? Who? Oh, okay. Okay. Anyone else? Just remember and pray for the world in general, especially the way that situation becoming now in our leadership and everything dealing with the world and men in general. God is still in charge. We just got to put our faith in Him and not in man. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. Page 17. I still have joy. I still have joy. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have joy. And I still have joy. I still have joy. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have joy. I still have peace. I still have peace. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have peace. I still have peace. I still have peace. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have peace. I still have love. I still have love. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have love. I still have love. I still have love. After all the things I've been through, Lord, I still have love. He's been so good. He's been so good. After all the things I've been through, Lord, He's been so good. Our Father, we come once again to you for allowing us to come out and study another portion of our around with. Come thank you for all the many blessings bestowed upon us from the beginning to this present time. We come
Good morning. Good to see all of you this morning on this good rainy day. We thank the Lord for the water. I was telling someone that so far this year we've been well blessed. I don't think we are not in drought season, that's for sure. We've been doing very well. But water is essential for life. You got to have water to live. And I know sometimes we might say, well, it look like getting a little too much. But well, it comes about August time. You'll be glad it came, especially those who got a well. Brother Freeman, you still got a well, right? Yes, sir. God say that well can't go dry. I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but I have seen people say the well went dry. The drought got so bad they didn't have water. So that's a blessing. We are thankful to the God of heaven for just giving us another day of life, and every day of life is always a blessing because in Him we live, move, and have our being. That's what the words say. I know that's what the words say. And so He's the one who give us life. And the Bible said, in Him was life, and in Him was light, and this light was the light of the world. This life was the light of the world. So anyway, but He gave us all things, and in Him we move and have our being. For that we are truly thankful. We've been studying from learning from Jesus how to live. This series has been a great series, a long series this book has, but it's all about learning from Jesus how to live, how to obey, how to face sin, you name it. It has gone through that topic of how we should live our life. And I would hope that we all have been made better just by learning from Jesus how we are to live. Because the Bible says He was our perfect example. He was our example in everything. And so we will follow the pattern that Jesus taught. We know life would be so much better. If someone, well, I'll tell you, I'm going to just do a little review, go over what we said and learn from Jesus how to live. So no doubt we have heard many sermons on the death of Jesus, and the emphasis being through the shedding of His blood, we have remission of sins. And that is true, right? But we are indeed saved by His death. But we are also saved by His life. Paul had to say in Romans 5:10, for if when we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of His Son, much more being reconciled, we shall be saved by His life. And the life, then it goes on to say, the life of Christ can surely teach us how to live. What do you think about that? The life that Jesus lived. When He was confronted by His enemies, how did He behave? Did He show out and say, well, I'm going to be just like you. You said that to me, and I'm going to... No. The Bible said, when He reviled not again. He didn't carry on like the world. He taught them a new way. And then He said that He went so far that we should even do what? Love our enemies. Now, you think about that. Someone treating you cruel and bad, He said, love them. Do your best to win them over. And so Jesus taught us a lot of things about how to live. And then it goes to say the life of Jesus teaches us how to live. Now let us think about the life of Christ. Consider some of the following statements. And we were talking about last week, John 10:10. Jesus said He have come. He said, let's turn to John 10 back again, if you will. Turn your Bibles to John 10 and verse 10. And it's talking about that abundant life. We talked about that, said the thief coming, and he would compare himself to all those teachers and false teachers that have come and how they would do His sheep. Because if you read the Old Testament, you would read about how a lot of those shepherds, they weren't good shepherds. They didn't take care of the sheep. And for that reason, He said, I'm the good shepherd. I love my sheep hear my voice. But look what He said in verse 9, I am the door, and by me if a man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go out and find green pastures. So he's likened men to sheep, and He's likened to the life you live to pastors. How you would, how a sheep would go out and find the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And He making me to go out into green pastures. What do you think about green pastures for a sheep? What do you think about? Eat. He's supplying all I need. In other words, you look, I got food everywhere. And then it goes on into 23rd Psalm. He lead me beside the still waters. What is essential for life? Water. And so He's saying, I'm going to give you everything you need to live you got the grass, and you got the water. And yeah, green grass, not dried up hay. You know, brother Freeman, if you ever had cows, my dad used to buy these big bales of hay, and it was dried up hay. You know what I mean? And he bring it and store it up for wintertime. And they would eat on that in the wintertime. But in the summer, he let them out in the pasture. And in the pasture, you know, they sowing the seeds, sowing the grass, let the grass grow up, and then he let them out in it. And they eat to their delight. They just eat, eat, eat. And so
No, he just don't supply our needs. He make it convenient for us too.
he make it convenient. He does. And so it's something to think about. He said, but look at verse 10. And then he said, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. The thief has no care for the sheep. That's what he's about to say. He has no care for the sheep. He's just looking what he can get out of the deal. But then he say, but to steal and to kill and destroy. I am come that you might have life and that you may have it abundant. For I am the good shepherd, and the shepherd give his life for his sheep. And he said, I came that you might have life. Not only did you just exist, but you will have this abundant life. You will have a life full of blessings. Like Psalm 1 talk about blessed the man walking out the counsel of God, you know, and so on. He said, you can have these blessings that I'm going to give you. I came that you might have life and you might have it more abundant. We talk about the 23rd Psalm. It's my cup runneth over. Don't it say that? My cup runneth, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And so he letting us know that in him there are blessings that you would never see. We always talk about the peace that is in Christ surpass all understanding. Have you ever thought about that? The peace